on Curiosity Stream. He allows them their riches.
Putin has to be the richest of the rich.
In exchange for their loyalty.
The oligarchs have supported someone for president that they underestimate.
The illicit affair between Russia's elite and the man who rules them on Putin and the oligarchs. And World War II Normandy. An obscure battle training session takes a tragic turn. Uncover the one secret military catastrophe on the secret D-Day disaster. Watch now on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit CuriosityStream.com.
Well, great balls of fire, Bubba. What happened, Buford? That crazy son of a Sal blew right through that four-way stop on Main Street and plowed into my cowboy Cadillac.
Your what?
My pickup truck. And I'm pretty sure my leg is broken, Ted.
Oh, quit your bitching, Buford, and talk with those side busters at the Advocates Law Firm. When I got busted up last month, well, shoot, they made sure those snakes at the insurance company played fair.
Boy, howdy. Even that creepy so-and-so Kyle earned his keep.
So if you get injured, the advocates get results. AdvocatesLaw.com.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. Thanks for listening to the Men's Room Daily Podcast. Want more? Check out the greatest podcast in all the land, The Podcast. Be sure to subscribe and listen to a brand new episode every Tuesday night.
The debauchery rolls on. You're listening to The Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
We have the most dangerous sports and your favorite breakfast cereals. Those are our categories. Come up with your guess as good as mine. First time for a few emails from the men's room at KISW.com.
You've got mail. You've got mail.
Jump right into the birthdays. This one came in yesterday at 10 o'clock in the morning. Hi there. Can you give my boyfriend Mike a birthday shout out today? Even though he's back in California from Everett, still listens to you guys every day. He's 33 years old. Thanks, guys. That from Ashley.
Wait, it came at 10 a.m. yesterday morning.
Yesterday morning.
How the hell did we not get it?
Actually, we're not on.
Yesterday was Sunday.
That's
Sunday. Why. Jesus.
Exactly.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, man, it's not his birthday.
Oh, man, oh, man.
We were on the weekend. That would be I sure wish we were on the weekend, Ashley, so we could give you that birthday wish. Maybe one day, if we work hard enough, they'll put us on Saturday and Sunday in the afternoon. We work those 2 more days.
Mike is pushing for it.
Wouldn't that be great?
Mike's demanding 7 days a week.
Hola, guys. This is Merlin from the Beers on Me podcast.
All right.
Wanting to wish our cuddliest co-host with an impressive truffle shuffle, Shane, pronounced Shigs, a happy birthday. He has an unnatural love for Ted's skinless bangers, and we believe his contributions to the show have been instrumental in keeping us relatively unknown to most of the world. We love him anyway. Please give him some shotgun gets and Chem Crunch, remembering Pabst winning a blue ribbon in 1893. Prost, guys. Also, Ted, check your DMs, dude. That from the Beers on Me podcast crew. Get.
Ooh, ahoy there, oh, Pabst Blue Ribbon. I remember that moment very well. Actually, the beer was terrible, and Aunt Jemima dumped some of it on her cervix and screamed, Pabst smear.
Oh, God.
We laughed and gave it a blue ribbon on humor alone. Also, Aunt Jemima got a terrible yeast infection, but she did birth the Pillsbury Doughboy. Crunch berries.
Old gentleman from Hornell, New York, a.k.a. Frozen Hell. It's F this Jason, the Trickler, and the rest of the Stoner Gen fan club wishing our coworker Miranda a happy almost dirty 30 birthday. She's a hard worker with 2 really cute twins. I guess she has kids, too. She's also a fan of Big Dummy and the poll questions. Can we give her a Pat Sajak, a Sarah Palin, and the Dirty Germans talking about her wanting all the snacks in the break room? Rock on, bitches, and keep on keeping us laughing.
She wants a D, and she's going to get one.
So, suck it up, cupcake!
Yeah, I'll meet you in the snack room and offer you my skin gherkin.
Yeah, you know, it sounds like it's time to get down on a snack pack. Yeah, some pudding.
We're going to put the Hornell.
Yeah. Don't bring my can.
If you could see how pathetic our vending machine is here. I mean, there's been nobody here for a couple of years. But I mean, it's almost like you're risking life and death if you buy something in there. Like, would you ever buy an orange juice that's been in there and maybe drink it?
Yeah.
You would?
Even now?
Well, I mean,
we mean like right
what if you
now.
Just,
what do you think that orange juice goes bad?
Yes.
I don't know.
Why don't you buy
Mike, are you buying
I
something?
doubt it.
Buy one and smell it.
Yeah, we just want to see.
Remember, Mike doesn't care.
You also have to remember they turned off the refrigerating in that for a while. So if it was refrigerated, then it wasn't, then it was, then it was. What do you think?
Got time left.
Does it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
okay, all right.
That specific brand of orange juice
kind of.
It's like Sunny D or something, you mean?
It's kind of like bottom. I'm like, yeah, I bet that orange juice is fine.
Like, unlike oranges, this doesn't go bad.
Not exactly from the organic section.
Okay.
But,
Yeah.
It expires on the 26th, so we still got time.
What about
this month?
What
Yes.
about nectar? Positive, negative word.
Nectar?
Nectar.
Oh, I think that's positive.
Yeah.
Oh, do you?
It's all connotation.
All right.
Right? I need to know what you said before it for me to determine if nectar is good or bad.
What is nectar bad?
But nectar.
My man nectar.
Right.
Oh, come on.
Well, I mean,
Nobody says that.
I do. In the heat of passion.
I call it gentleman's meringue, but that's just me.
Over the hill comes the man nectar.
Ahoy!
He's getting closer. Look, I can see him running.
I bet you have called a beer a nectar of the gods
Yes.
more than you've ever
Oh,
said that.
totally,
So that's what I'm saying. Nectar to me is almost always positive, unless you have
Yes,
a very
yes, it is.
specific thing like Miles does.
A belly button nectar. Please have Mickey and Goofy wish my wonderful wife, Ji Young, the happiest of birthdays and let her know that 2022 is going to be a prosperous year. Thanks, guys. That from Paul.
Well, gosh, it sure is 2022. You want to be a prosperous year? Come on down to Disney World. It'll be prosperous for old Mixter there, because he overcharges on everything.
You know, as long as I've been running these parks, every year's a prosperous year. Sure, 2019 we couldn't have people there, but they're back now. And they're paying. You ever been to that arena? $17 for a pretzel? That's nothing in the park.
So what Mick did in 2019, can't come to the park, release Disney Plus.
Oh, my God. How about
I'm going to charge you $30 just to meet that little dude.
how about hamburgers and french fries for 2 kids, the wife and myself, right? Last time I was in Disneyland. You'd think I went to Ruth Chris. When I ran, I was like, oh, my God. And the food was fine. The hamburger was great.
But it's
French fries,
fine.
very close to McDonald's. It was really good. But I swear to God, it was like $129.
God
we all get the
damn.
same thing. You know what
There's
I mean?
nothing cheap in Disney. That's why I tell everybody when they ask me about going, I go, look, Disney World is a ton of fun. Disneyland, it is expensive.
It's fun. It was a great time.
Kids asked me over the weekend. A commercial came on for it. They had, I guess, they're doing what, Disney Cruises or something, right?
No.
So the commercial comes on. Well, no, they just wanted to go to like Disney World or Disneyland.
Yeah.
No. I mean, that's the entire conversation.
See, I would go to Disney World first based on the size, the rides, and the attractions. But the one that I want to see the most is the new Star Wars exhibit.
Which is land,
So
right?
I'm not sure that exists yet in the world. It does in Disneyland.
Mm-hmm.
So between that and the Cars ride and the flying thing. Soaring. I'm sold on just,
Well, Disneyland has a lot better options now because with the addition of California Adventure.
Right. Still, no.
Let's see. Oh, that was it for the birthdays. Here we go.
Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you.
Ya's a Dirty Germans brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's World Famous Sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Schweinefleisch.
Thank you, Bob. Let's get a contest on the line for your guess is as good as mine. 206-421-ROCK. Call now if you want to play. A couple extra emails. Miles Booger in Palm Springs. If I was your waiter that saw your booger hit the napkin, I would have had the cook put 1 green caper on your steak, just so you know that I knew. Keep up the great work, guys. That from Todd.
Ooh, Todd, I like that subtle move. Not going to say anything about it, but you know why that caper is there.
Subject PSA. Ola bitches, listening to your podcast on the Odyssey app, either Thursday or Friday, you mentioned how a kid called 911 on the Apple Watch.
By accident, infant, right.
Mom got a new watch and she gave the kid her older one. Something that could be helpful for all your listeners. Any cell phone can call 911, even ones that don't have a contract, even old flip phones. So it's a good idea to keep an old cell phone in your car and charged up in case of emergency. Go a step further, keep an old smartphone in your car. If you have an accident, you have a camera, a video camera, and an emergency phone on hand. Just a PSA. That from Thomas, the U.S. ambassador to Algonia. Thomas, I thought about this, and I thought, I cannot tell you the last time that I got in my car that I did not have my actual phone on me. If I'm going someplace, I typically bring my phone.
You know what I'm saying? Like as a backup, I thought was what he said.
Well,
like,
I understand that,
just
but
in
I
case.
also have a charger in my phone, in my car.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Like I have all the things, keep the battery alive.
Yeah, I mean, generally you would have it. You might just forget it.
Yeah, okay, all right. Disgusting experience.
What's the advertisement that's on now? Is it Apple Watch where it's kind of like, I guess it dialed 911 because some dude, if that is that boy, he like rolled
They're
off.
creepy as hell, man.
Well, I'm watching. I'm like, I'm not riding a bike again. Like, you have plummeted 500 feet off of a cliff. There is no response. Call 911.
The owner of this watch has been pinged and is not responding, and they fell a very great deal. We need to send rescue crews immediately within this radius. I mean, it's very helpful if dangerous things happen, but they are ominous commercials.
It is helpful, but for God's sakes, I know you have the technology. If it's that important, can she get out of that voice, right? She can't be that way all the freaking time. So, like, if it's an emergency and you're dialing 911, no one's like, call and be like, oh my God, I think brother hurt himself. Like, that's the voice I want. Call the ambulance. Like, whatever you got to do.
Ambulance.
Make it urgent. You know what I mean? Like, get a little ghetto and let them know that this is important. We believe that after plummeting 500 feet in 4 seconds, he might be hurt. Like, oh my God, brother might be dead.
You okay?
Yeah, you okay? You okay? Hey, you good? What's good with you? You okay? Like, that's the message it needs to
Say
send. Not
something,
that
man.
calm crap.
And as far as your disgusting experience, older guys, August 2010, Ape Canyon Trailhead. That would be Mount St. Helens. Porta potty, last service 3 weeks prior. I couldn't wait any longer. I was a changed man afterwards, and not in a good way. If my new girlfriend hadn't been with me, I would have gone into the woods a bit and gone there. But I had to put on a brave face. She always refused to use them. I don't know how she held that poop for so long. Rock on, guys. That from Scott in Portland, Oregon. All right, time for Low Your Guess is as good as mine. It's an easy game to play. You pick from one of two categories, and then from there, you try to get as many right in said category before 3 strikes, and you're out. Steve, who is our contestant ready to play Your Guess is as good as mine.
Justin, welcome to the men's room.
Hola, gentlemen.
Hola.
Justin, welcome to the program. Your Guess is as good as mine. Here are your categories to choose from. Justin, we have America's 10 favorite breakfast cereals, ranked from 10 until 1. And then we also have the most dangerous sports where you are very likely to get injured, severely injured, or in some instances, killed. So do you want to go with the most dangerous sports or the top 10 favorite breakfast cereals?
You know, just because I know you guys will be a big help on it, let's go breakfast cereals.
Breakfast cereals it is.
All right.
Oh, man.
Justin, you know we play the game. You got to get as many right in said category before 3 strikes, and you're out. So in the world of breakfast cereals, these are not always necessarily the most popular, but they are the most favorite breakfast cereals. So what's going to be your first guess here?
Let's go with Thrill's favorite and go Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Number 1.
Number uno,
It makes complete sense when you see all the different products that are inspired by Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
It's not because people hate it.
Yeah, coffee creamer, ice cream. I think they've got some other stuff.
They have the dust. You can just buy the frickin' dust to dump off. Yes.
Oh yeah, we got popcorn.
Right. Popcorn's awesome.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, and the other thing too is like, you can mix a drink and people go, it tastes like Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
And no one's upset, right?
Okay. And the milk's delicious. Probably the best milk of any cereal.
Hands down.
One of them. It's got to be. All right, Justin, 1 for 1. What's your next guess?
All right, let's go with the Dirty Captain, Captain Crunch.
Number 5.
Oh,
I have to admit I'm a fan of all the Captain cereals for the most part, even though I don't like artificial strawberry that much. Even the Captain was a berry crunch or whatever.
I never said it was strawberry.
Whatever it is.
I was hoping to be number 69.
My favorite is peanut butter crunch.
They still make it?
Oh, peanut butter crunch. I get down on that.
Oh, I hope
when I was a kid, I would crush it. I don't know if it's still out.
Never cared for the Captain stuff.
The Captain
really?
Like Fruity Pebbles, again, I like it in a bar, but like I never bought it as a kid.
The thing with the Captain is the cereal does not get really moist in milk. So when you eat it, it'll still scrape the roof of your mouth.
The secret ingredient is fiberglass.
It's got to be something, man, because the milk doesn't even penetrate it.
Right.
All right, Justin, 2 for 2. Captain Crunch, number 5. Cinnamon Toast Crunch, number 1. These are the top 10 favorite breakfast cereals. What is your next guess?
Honey Nut Cheerios.
Classic.
Number 10.
Yeah. I love Honey Nut Cheerios.
Yes.
My kids so just like plain ass Cheerios.
No,
they're not the worst thing. But like we tried the Honey Nut thing, and we're like, yeah, it's all right, dude. Just give us plain ass Cheerios.
The only one of those things is still, I think, is better than the original. The original is better than, because I used to have Frosted Rice Krispies.
Yeah, I remember those.
I think Rice Krispies are the only one that are better in their original form.
No, those Frosted Rice Krispies, they were.
Okay. All right. See, like Frosted Flakes superior to Corn Flakes. You know what I mean? Like,
agreed. By the way, on that, I would go Frosted
Flakes is a big call.
Yeah, let's go with Tony the Tiger.
Number 2. I think that's if it wasn't for Cinnamon Toast Crunch, that should be number 1 in my opinion. I don't often eat it. I don't buy it. Whenever you have a bowl of Frosted Flakes, like, man, these are great.
By the way, Miles, Peanut Butter Crunch is at the Winco and Grocery Outlet.
Oh, wonderful. Okay.
I mean, wait a minute. All right, Frosted Flakes, Cinnamon Toast Crunch,
Captain Crunch, and Honey Nut Cheerios so far.
Got to assume like Lucky Charms is going to be on there. It's not the best of cereals, but everybody loves the most.
I don't think Raisin Bran, but Raisin Bran Crunch might be on there.
There are no Raisin Bran products on the list, Justin, just so you know.
I love that stuff.
I know a lot of people checked in earlier, like, shut your mouth, the Crunch is great.
Raisin Bran Crunch, phenomenal. All right.
What was the one that said Lucky Charm? I would go Lucky Charms.
What about Cookie Crisp?
Cookie Crisp?
Let's go Lucky Charms, for Cookie Crisp.
Lucky Charms, number 3. You're halfway to home, Justin. You got 5 out of the 10. You have no strikes against you. There are 5 of America's favorite breakfast cereals that remain. So far, you're strong with Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Frosted Flakes, Lucky Charms, Captain Crunch, and Honey Nut Cheerios.
Mike is right. Go Fruit Loops. Did you say Fruit Loops?
Yeah, Fruit Loops, solid choice. So let's go Fruit Loops.
Number 4. You have completed the top 5. You've got all those correct. Right now, 6 out of the 10.
What about Cocoa Puffs?
Cocoa Puffs. Not a bad call.
And these are the top 10 of all time, Miles?
Mm-hmm. Yep, as voted on by people who vote on cereals.
By the way, it says, just a heads up, there's a Cinnamon Toast Crunch batter you can buy, and also a frosting for cakes. I just bought them at Walmart.
Batter.
Does anyone like Trix?
Kids. I mean,
Well,
I had
they're
it when
for
I was
kids.
Right. I had it when I was a kid and it was okay, but I feel like it doesn't translate into today.
I think I used to eat Trix.
Is for kids.
That's true.
That's probably why we didn't have Fruity Pebbles. We ate Trix.
The Trix is pretty strong. I mean, it's been around forever.
I think the Trix Rabbit is more iconic than the actual cereal.
I agree.
Well, we'll see if it's on the list.
Justin, what do you think?
I kind of want to go with Honey Bunch of Oats. What do you guys think?
It seems popular. A lot of people I know like it. It's not my kind of cereal because it's not made out of sugar, but...
let's go with it. Honey Bunches of Oats.
Justin, I'll give you a little...
I think Oats itself throws off people.
Justin, I'll give you a hint on one of these. There's a cereal out there that some people, they love it or they hate it. Now, in its original form... It is a very healthy cereal, for the most part.
Frosted Mini Wheats?
But there you go, Frosted Mini Wheats, number 9. Which is one of my faves, man.
Why don't you just grab
Frosted Mini Wheats.
a handful of pine needles, put sugar on it?
It's not far off. It's a bird's nest, but it's deliciously frosted.
The Frosted Mini Wheats are awesome.
There's no better frosting on cereal than Frosted Mini Wheats.
Because they have to.
You also don't even need milk. Eat them straight out of the box, man. They're like
great.
chips. They're great.
Oh, no, they're fantastic.
A couple suggestions here. Someone says just regular old Cheerios, Apple Jacks.
Ooh.
Yes.
Let's go regular Cheerios.
Number 8. Justin, so far, very good. 8 out of 10. You've gotten so far correct. Honey Nut Cheerios, Frosted Mini Wheats, Cheerios, Captain Crunch, Fruit Loops, Lucky Charms, Frosted Flakes, and Cinnamon Toast Crunch. You have 2 strikes against you. There's 2 cereals remaining.
All right, I don't know. More suggestions coming in. This is a strong cereal. I don't personally love it, but Golden Grahams.
Yes.
Oh.
Golden Grahams and Apple Jacks are getting a lot of love on the text lines. I don't know if they're right. Just throwing it out there.
I'm more of a fan of Apple Jacks. Let's go with Apple Jacks.
Not on the list.
Yeah.
You were right with Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Frosted Flakes, Lucky Charms, Fruit Loops, Captain Crunch, Cheerios, Frosted Mini Wheats, and Honey Nut Cheerios. Where you missed, Justin, you missed 7 Reese's Puffs.
Really?
Which is something that I've never had, but apparently it's very popular on the list.
People were suggesting that here. Mm-hmm. I just didn't bring it up because I thought, I've never even heard of it.
And number 6 on the list, Fruity Pebbles. I love Fruity Pebbles. That's the only fruit cereal I like. Yeah. There you go. Your guess is as good as mine. We're going to drink a toast coming up with the shot of the day. You are listening to The Men's Room.
New on Curiosity Stream, she was a loving wife, a devoted mother. She also stole atomic secrets and gave them to the Soviets. Meet the woman whose deception kick-started the Cold War on the spy who stole the atom bomb. And
what if they catch you?
Then I shall be shot.
They're coming! Come back!
relive history's most death-defying escapes. It's Impossible Escapes, Civil War. Watch now on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit CuriosityStream.com.
Oh, fiddle fiddlesticks! What, Wilbur? We just got hit and I think my back has all been out of shape.
You gotta talk with those whippersnappers at the Advocates Law Firm. They're the best injury lawyers around.
What? Pipe down, Clarence! Abner's telling me about the lawyers and the advocates. So what happened to you, Abner?
I was walking across the street with the light when some young punk came screeching around the corner. I lost a toe.
What? Shut it, Clarence! If you get injured, the advocates get results.
AdvocatesLaw.com. This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. When we think about the COVID-19 vaccine hesitancy in the Black community, let's remember, it didn't happen by chance. It's justified in history. But the will to change the narrative is strong today, and our people are lending their voices to the conversation. We're sharing our stories and the reasons that made us choose the vaccine so we can lead the way for others to make a well-informed choice too. To hear our stories, visit hereforuswa.org.
99.9 KISW. The shenanigans continue. This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
Coming up in just minutes, we'll drink, we'll toast for the shot of the day. And we do have your headlines coming up at 5:50. But first, quick check-in with Mike Hawk. And some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
All righty, an angry spouse reportedly threw an iMac out of a window in New York and ended up killing a pigeon on the way down. That's skill right there. Well done.
Pigeon's like, I had nothing to do with it.
Right? Like, I don't know if the pigeon was in mid-flight or if it was just unfortunately pecking around on the sidewalk downstairs.
But don't throw things out of the window, especially in New York City.
Right.
Like, typically people live in apartments or condos there, right? I mean, there's just no real housing if you're in Manhattan. So it's dropping several stories and the sidewalks are full of nothing but people.
Well, I bet they're charged with something. Like, it used to be growing up, like, if you killed a bald eagle, you are in big trouble.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Well, that's a bald eagle.
There's also turkey hunting season. There's all these things. But it seems that if you, like, I've read stories about people who, I don't know, killed a goose or went after a seagull or something like that. Like, they were charged.
But do pigeons get that? Because nobody likes pigeons.
What if it was a crow? Like, you don't want to mess with a crow.
No,
because a crow will do its own vigilante justice. They'll figure out a way to come back. And
I literally walked around a crow today. There was two of them. Yeah, they weren't budging. I was like, I'm going to walk around them.
Mm-hmm.
Just be cool. Don't remember.
Always makes me nervous when they're on the freeway and I'm flying at 70 miles an hour and they just kind of hop off to the side real quick.
Like, it's weird. You know what I mean? Like, some birds, like, you hold near and dear. Like, even if it's something dumb like a hummingbird. Like, don't mess with a hummingbird. You know what I'm saying?
Right. What's
like,
wrong with you?
Right, exactly. But if there's like some jackass robin or whatever, you know, like, who cares? Who cares?
Jackass.
I mean, I'm having chicken for dinner.
So are you pro pigeon hate?
No, not at all. I'm just saying.
It sounds like you are.
It seems like she would, even if obviously that was not her intent.
Sure.
Was to kill a bird.
We don't know that.
She definitely could have hit somebody down below. Right?
Absolutely.
So she could have hurt something. And she did. She killed a bird.
She would get charged for throwing the computer out the window. Do you think she gets a charge for hitting the pigeon? Because
that's what I'm asking.
Our friend Randy Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
Right, he could have been charged. It'd be more like a manslaughter. It was not your intent. But bird slaughter, whatever they call it.
Man did us a favor. Seagulls suck.
Yeah, oh, look, I'm not a fan of seagulls.
I hate seagulls.
Bird flies into your window. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Are you held responsible?
I mean, it's your window. You got a big, bay window.
Right.
Faces.
That's on that bird.
Am I now getting charged because I used Windex? Come on.
What if you hit the bird with your car? I mean, if you hit a pedestrian, even if the pedestrian runs in the middle of the street, something's coming your way.
I used to not be able to get away from hitting birds in my car. Like, everybody that I knew had hit a deer or something like that.
And you're hitting birds?
I hit birds left and right.
Nobody in this room can see, right? I mean, for the most part. We all need some kind of corrective lenses for certain situations.
Okay.
Right? Birds, there's no bird out there that can't see real well. Like, you never see like a bird just flying to a random building.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
you don't know that.
They all got great vision, you know?
I don't know.
It's a positive.
Because we had this conversation about beavers, right? Because they fell trees. And then we looked up how many beavers it timbers the wrong way. And we realized a lot of beavers, not so good at that.
Yeah.
So you got to think there's a few, but like overall, birds have good. But you know, there's like the occasional falcons. Like, I'll be honest with you, I can't see a goddamn thing.
I mean, like no deer's like, man, I got terrible eyesight.
Right.
You know, like it's just,
those are the.
So why do all the other mammals have fine eyes?
What, the beavers?
The beavers.
Yeah.
You're all right though. Pigeons. I'll walk through pigeons.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're cool about it. They kind of skate out of the way and then they get back to what they're doing.
Canadian geese, no problem with them. You know, they just,
really?
Yeah.
They seem to have a problem with every goddamn body.
They're
like a gang. You are on their turf.
South Lake Union, golf course. Anytime I just walk right through. I always just like.
What about the ones in Portland?
I didn't go down there because I didn't want to drown.
Damn it. A new study found that less than 12% of GoFundMe campaigns for medical bills are successful.
Well, sure.
Right.
And medical bills are expensive. People do what they can, but...
And it's about the reach that you can get. And
yeah, but I mean, look, at that point, I think anything helps.
Right.
Sure.
If I owe a $50,000 bill, I'll only raise $1,500, like, that still helps. You might not hit your goal, but you'll take it.
That's right. There was a recent story about people that stole a neighborhood cat while staying at an Airbnb, but now they've come out and claimed that they were saving it because they saw physical scars showing mistreatment and neglect.
Is that what they're saying?
That is what they're saying.
I don't know. I had him pegged for Who Sucks Last. Like, who steals a cat from the Airbnb?
Right.
Because the owner was really upset that their cat wasn't there.
Right, and sometimes there's outside cats, and they start messing with nature.
You don't know what cats get into, but cats get into what they get into.
Right. You know, would it have liked to have been inside? Probably, but was it hard up to, for a good life? I'm not positive.
See, I don't know, man. My old cat, when I lived in Baltimore, this thing, I just got sick of it one night. It's like 11:30 at night, and I live on the ground floor. Ran out to the backyard, trying to coax him in, do all this crap. I know goddamn well I'm not going to catch him, so we don't even try that move. So I said, have it. I closed the door, and I went to bed.
Yeah.
About 4:30 in the morning.
Meow.
Well, no, he just scratched where my bedroom was on the other side, and I realized he figured it out. And he scratched it on the window, and from where my bed was, I could just reach my hand over the bed, open the window. He would jump in, climb in bed, and go to sleep.
There you go.
That became the norm for like the last 3 years ago. I just let him out when I got him. I don't know what he did. I don't want to know.
Cats are smart,
every
man.
morning about 4:30, so open the window. Here's the cat. Although he did come home. What was it? Oh, a woman knocked on my window one morning as I'm letting the cat in. It's a German woman that lived somewhere in the complex, and she had a dog named Honey. Honey was a chow, seemed sweet enough, but I guess the cat would always fight. And she literally handed me back the claw from my cat. She's like, this was stuck in Honey's face.
Oh, no!
Like, oh, my bad. She's like, no, it is fine. Honey learned lesson. Okay.
We had outside cats when I was growing up, but it would really suck in the summertime because my bedroom was right over the garage, and so my window looked right outside the front garage door as well. Middle of the night, I would be woken up to meow.
Oh, God.
Meow. So I could run down there and open the doggone door to let the cat in. That was always fun.
I'll just go back to sleep.
Get over it. Summertime. Find a bush. There's a 28-year-old woman that took a DNA test to find distant relatives, but found out that her dad is not her biological father.
It shouldn't be a shock to anybody.
Ancestry.com.
Now the family is suing their fertility clinic because of a botched procedure. So it sounds like...
thought he was.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like there's any infidelity.
They were trying to.
Yeah, they grabbed the wrong syringe there, as it were. So that's fun.
Why don't they put that on like the Ancestry commercials? It shows man, I found my heritage mind-blowing, went back to 1300. I found out my father wasn't my father.
I'm living a lie.
How about that? My mom's a whore.
Oh, no.
Ancestry.com. Golly. Unlock the secrets of your family.
Always had a babysitter.
Oh, God. Research has shown that we've evolved to be more sensitive to the smell of body odor.
Well, yeah, because everybody's clean.
Yeah. We determined we don't
enough.
like it. All right. So you trained your brain that this is now a problem.
Right.
Like,
And
if you
by
could go back to, like, the middle of the 1800s and stuff, like, you'd be like, man, you people reek.
Exactly.
They don't have running water.
Pheromones back then, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they don't have running water and stuff. Like, you're only taking a bath probably, like, once a week.
Is that how you knew that you were getting close to town? Like the just overall scent of
Probably
mixed body odor?
sewage, body odor.
Right.
You know, people, if you could time travel, I'm like, yeah, it's cool in the sense that we have it in our heads, but go back to ancient Rome.
Right.
Right? You know, it's like, dude, the stink of it would probably drive you mad. When we went to Pompeii, all right, just give you an idea. We're walking around Pompeii, and it's a very cool experience, should you get it. And this was a very, very civilized area, more civilized than you think. But anyway, there's all these trenches on the sides of these roads. Then there are these little stepping stones and mini bridges that went over these trenches. And they're like, oh, that's where all the sewage flowed.
Yeah.
And so you realize, like, right, they had a sewage system, but it's still just literally, it's not like it's treated sewage. It is just turds and pee rolling down this little incline they had to go collect in a pool down the way.
Goodness gracious.
Good time.
The language tutoring app Preply recently conducted a study on the words that that people use to make themselves sound smarter. Is there any words in your guys' vocabulary that you can think of off the top of your head that you purposely put into situations to make yourself sound just a little bit smarter?
No, but I like to make up words because no one knows what they mean, and then you sound smart. Like, she was very seclicious. People are like, wow, I didn't know what that meant. That doesn't mean anything. I just made it up.
Has to have like 4 syllables. And
right.
That's all it takes.
I mean, there's words I like to use. Given a chance, I'll use indigenous.
Indigenous.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. You also you like to go French when you're talking about food, I've noticed as well.
Yeah, and
but with the accent. Right. But try to do it without moving your hand up.
Try to do mozzarella.
Right. Certain words you do it. Your hand.
Really got into the Italian thing.
Yeah.
So they gave us the top 20. So I'll run through the bottom 10 here. We have caveat.
All right.
With shoot, I can't even say that one. Vacillate or vacillate?
Vacillate. To go back like a vacillating fan. It's one that just goes back and forth.
Isn't that oscillating?
Oscillating.
That's oscillating. Yeah.
All right.
What the hell is vacillate? I believe is still to go back and forth.
That's when you take your vacillating. You get as much Vaseline on your hand. You rub it all over your body.
You've been vacillated.
And then you walk outside with your
Someone
shirt
here
off.
says superfluous. I dig it.
Superfluous is not bad.
Hubris is a big one.
Okay, so vacillate is
like juxtapose.
Alternate or waver between different opinions or actions. So I get you.
Okay.
Not quite like a fan, but it is bouncing back and forth.
Well, my fan is smarter than your stupid fan.
This is a vacillating fan over here. Juxtapose is on there.
On the list. Right.
Aesthetic, ambiguous, quintessential. I do like that one.
Ooh, quintessential's good.
To me, it sounds like a former cowboy. My name's Quint. Quintessential.
Quintessential. They needed me back there.
Defensive end, Alabama, quintessential.
I like what someone here says. Menage a trois. What to say? Three-way. What's a menage a trois?
That's a good one.
Adequate is also on the list. Fastidious is there. I think I've only heard that from Killer Queen. Fastidious and precise, yeah.
Okay.
It's the only time I've ever heard that word used. Repertoire and misnomer. Make up the bottom 10 of the words that make people sound smarter. Now, here's your top 10. Number 10, makes sense, vernacular.
Okay, all right.
To me, that sounds like some kind of country thing. He got a weird vernacular. Where are you from?
There's another football
Well, you're not that far away from it.
I feel like they're more apt to be like, you talk funny.
You ain't from here, are you?
Number 9.
What part of Texas you said you're from?
I feel like number 9 was on our lists earlier today. Exacerbate.
These lists are exasperating, Mike.
Exacerbate.
Exacerbate.
Oh. Right.
I take some of that Vaseline.
Exacerbate.
Cover my body in it. Then I go outside with my shirt off.
I believe exacerbate means to make worse.
And I
You're exacerbating the problem.
right in my yard. I don't care.
I was exacerbating outside of my neighbor's window.
Exactly.
Number 8 of the words that make people sound smarter, short and sweet, adept.
Okay.
If you're adept at something.
All right.
You're good at that.
I feel like number 7 is only said around a table with tea. Candor.
Yeah, you're right. I thought that's a very proper English thing to say.
Right.
He spoke with such candor.
Doesn't candor mean like you're being honest?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all. You're just being forthright.
And when you're sitting around a table with
Forthright
tea,
to me
you're
is
very
a
honest
better
with
word than
each other.
candor. It just explains itself better.
You don't have to explain it to people. Exactly. It just sounds
I
smart.
feel like I've only ever seen it like in a show and somebody's like, sorry for my candor.
I was intoxicated. Do you, sir, do you still have my credit card back there?
And you can say,
holy hell, $98. We had a 20% because you left your card here. Okay.
Could also tie into our word of number 6. Your actions were abysmal.
Abysmal. I feel like I use that or hear that related to sports.
Is that the...
So you say like the Jacksonville Jaguars had another abysmal season. Right? They made abysmal draft.
Is the root word still abyss?
Abyss, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
That's how deep the horror of your decision is.
So it's not even in a dark, deep abyss. It's
abysmal.
Abysmal. It is as if it is a dark, deep abyss.
Oh, someone here says euphemism. It is a good word, but everyone uses it now, I think, only because everyone knows what it is.
If you saw how many things have been put into my Google search with euphemism started.
Oh, my God.
And then when I filled in the blank for the rest. Oh, God.
I'm gotta figure those.
I think you can still do it. Like, if you just...
Top 10 words that make people sound smarter. We've got a handful of this over on the text line at number 5. Adulation.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Flattery, excessive admiration, praise.
I feel like we will hear that right now because of the Olympics.
Yes.
This is, they're talking about these decorated athletes. I feel like this is the time. The Super Bowl's coming up. You'll hear it again, right?
They're getting their...
Then it goes away for about a year.
This is not my personal list, but if you type in euphemism 4 in Google, it comes up death, pooping, fat, ugly, stupid, old, drunk, dumb, alcohol.
Oh, yeah. That's about right.
Good work, sir. Number 4, anomaly.
Anomaly.
Something that doesn't happen very often. It's weird. It's unique. It's
inexplicable.
Inexplicable. There you go. Number 3 of the word...
the Bengals.
Exactly. Right. Having them in the Super Bowl is an anomaly.
It is. For even their fans.
Yes, right. Number 3, brevity.
All right.
Concise and exact use of words in writing or speech.
I like concise better.
I like concise. That's a fun word. It's a nice, neat word.
I wish you could say that to certain people in your life. Could you be a little bit more concise on this story?
Eliminate 95% of this word salad.
Miles, will never get laid again?
Right.
Is that concise enough for you? Yes, exactly. Yes, it was.
Number 2, accolade. Another thing that I think we're going to hear a lot about during the Olympics.
Olympics and Super Bowl.
Accolade. Right.
It's like when you go to Burger King and you put the crown on.
It's accomplishments, man.
Yeah, exactly.
It's what you've been awarded, your accolades. And this is...
I'll take any kind of lade.
This is the number 1 word that makes people sound smarter. And it makes sense because it's something that you need to do for these words. Articulate or articulate.
Okay.
All right. There you go. That's how that rolls.
I feel smarter now.
The words that make people sound smarter.
I like this one. I like to use flatulence. Cunnilingus. And I understand where you're going, right? Because if you say the euphemisms, well, now you sound crude, but if it's cunnilingus at the menage a trois, like, oh, do tell.
Right.
You're Frank.
I appreciate your candor.
Thank you for your candor.
Minx. Officers in Florida stopped a man in possession of meth, but he says it's not meth.
What did he say it was?
I'll tell you all about it at 5:50.
That's right. Headlines are coming up at 5:50. In the meantime, it's going to get tested on the line for Profile This at 206-421-ROCK. All right, we made it to drinking time.
New on Curiosity Stream, he allows them their riches
Putin has to be the richest of the rich.
in exchange for their loyalty.
The oligarchs have supported someone for president that they underestimated.
The illicit affair between Russia's elite and the man who rules them on Putin and the oligarchs. And World War II Normandy. An obscure battle training session takes a tragic turn. Uncover the one secret military catastrophe on the secret D-Day disaster. Watch now on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit CuriosityStream.com.